Welcome back, family travelers. We're so glad you're here. I hope you're enjoying this from air conditioning because we sure aren't. We're here in Brattleboro, Vermont. Yes, that's a place. And we are boondocking at a distillery. We're here at Saxtons Distillery, and they make all things maple and booze. So there's maple liqueur and maple bourbon. There's hand sanitizer. I don't know if that's maple or not, but it's hand sanitizer nonetheless. Anyway, we're camping in their parking lot. It's really hot, so we're gonna talk about boondocking and all that good stuff. So since we're in Vermont, and this is a nice stopover, and we got here somewhat early, we picked up a bottle of maple liqueur, which we're gonna try that out, make some dinner, and then tomorrow morning, we're gonna go to a maple syrup factory farm place. Adult maple is tonight, and kid maple is tomorrow. So that's about all I got. So stay tuned.
Sometimes you are at a place, a harvest host that has tons of green space. Other times you just play in a parking lot. To be fair, there's tons of green space over there. They're just choosing to play in the parking lot.
I'm coming.
It is so hot.
I can put it.
What are you doing? We haven't even gotten into the maple liqueur yet, my gosh. It is so unbelievably hot out. You know, the last time we took a trip, we didn't have heat, and it was really cold, and we were like, thought we were gonna freeze to death. This trip, we have heat, but now it's like, we don't have air conditioner, because, you know, we don't have electricity. I hope I survive the night. My God.
Bubbles is also fine boondocking entertainment.
We've been transported back to yesteryear.
What does that mean, Dad?
It means we're going back to simpler times.
People just blew bubbles instead of watching iPads.
Right, and they drank Trader Joe's Simpler Times beer.
Dinner is served. A nice sausage gravy biscuit to go with our maple liqueur.
You gotta try that neat.
Okay, on the bottle it says that you can try it neat, in coffee, or your own cocktail creation. So I'm just gonna give it a little taste neat first. You know, see how it tastes on its own, and then I think we're gonna come up with our own cocktail creation as the bottle suggests. Ooh, that's nice.
I told you gotta drink it neat.
Ooh, you could just suck that thing down. When you put your mouth up to it to take a sip, it's like really strong, so I expected it to be like not what it is, but it's like it's sweet, but it's not like overpowering sweet. Like it's a really nice flavor. I mean, it's not like drinking maple syrup, but you definitely can taste the maple flavor. I mean, yeah. I think we made a good decision on this one.
Cheers. Okay, it's nice. Hot night and cream-based drink with no ice is a little like bold, but it tastes nice. So I'm not gonna complain too much. It's boost, but it tastes really nice. We used coffee syrup because we had that left over from our trip to Rhode Island. So it's like mapley coffee milk.
On the bottle, they tell you a little bit about how it's made and some facts about it. The sapling is smooth, but not too sweet, which after having tasted it, I feel like is an apt description for it. Vermont is obviously known for its maple syrup, and it's been a staple here since pre-colonial times. The Saxtons Distillery is made with small batches, and they use grade A maple syrup. Now, I'm not a maple syrup connoisseur, but I imagine that's pretty darn good, so I'll take it. A is always good in school, so I assume this is no different.
This concludes the adult portion, and I'm saying that in kind of a haste because Everett definitely pooped, and like it smells, and we're gonna end this for now, for the night. And then we're gonna tomorrow morning, so it'll be like half a second for you. But anyway, oh, Mommy's calling for you!
No.
Tomorrow's a day for the kids. Mom's gotta go change a diaper.
Welcome back, families, travelers. once me and Everett's dad is done, which you might have seen in some of the videos, we are gonna go for a special treat to get some maple syrup.
All I have to say is that last night was a hot one, and I think it's shaping up to be even hotter tonight. It is, well, it's a special treat when you don't have AC in your camper. So when we were out west, we didn't have heat. This time we didn't have AC. I don't know which one's worse, but we survived, and now it's time for some maple syrup. Look at that, he's like the little greeter. We've made it to the maple sugar farm. It's this little kind of hidden place. It was tucked away here. I mean, it was only maybe like 15 minutes from where we were staying in Brattleboro, but it was on like these, you take some like kind of back roads to get here. It's a scenic drive, but we made it here, and there's actually been quite a few people just coming in and out, so it must be a popular place. But the owner seems super friendly, and I think she might give us like a little tour, and we'll see what kind of like maple syrup they sell here or different products. We've obviously never been to any sort of maple sugaring farm, but when in Vermont.
This is the lighter syrup.
Okay.
You gonna have a taste of it, Livy Lou?
Want to taste it? Here. Syrup. You want to try one?
I don't like that, do you?
I love it.
You like it? Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Let's get these kids sugared up before our road trip.
Cherry medicine.
Tastes like
First I've heard that one.
Oh, I guess we didn't.
These are all taps. So rather than putting the buckets on the trees like we used to do,
Yeah.
these are what we use. This will go right into the tree.
How old is that tree, Dad?
That tree?
Yeah, how old
It's
is
at least
it?
6.
No!
Very good.
150 years old, huh?
I think that, I don't know. I think, how old do you think that is?
So all the sap just runs through all these pipes to there, I assume?
Yep.
There's the pump and it pumps it in?
Exactly. Yep. The sap is really thin and it's mostly water. It's not sticky or anything like that, so it flows easily
Wow.
through there.
So how far do these go?
So we go half a mile up the brook,
Holy crap.
and then a mile up the mountain behind us.
Oh my god.
We have 30 miles total of line.
30 miles.
Yeah.
The wood fire?
It is. Fill this whole room up with wood and use it all probably.
They fill that with like firewood during the winter? Or no, spring, right? Like in,
He'll fill that up, yeah, like summer now.
Yeah.
Now.
And then-
Start soon.
and then they'll put it in there and that's the boiler. And they just boil the sap and make syrup.
Oh.
Probably. Pretty cool, huh? What a big machine.
Why is it dirt? Oh my god.
She's full of questions.
Alright, let's go. Let's get out of there. Here. One doesn't come to Vermont without getting maple candy in the shape of a moose.
So we just got to take a little tour of how they make the maple sugar. So they have this tubing, and I guess it kind of expands like a mile all over the farm. And the tubing is connected to the trees, and it takes the sap and it carries it to the sugar house. And then in the sugar house, they have this whole boiler room. So they then take the sap and they boil it, and it makes the maple sugar that we know and love. They have 2 different types of grades, and so there's like a lighter one and a darker one, and we have to taste both. We preferred the darker one, but it just kind of depends on the timing. So in later March is when the darker one tends to come, whereas like the lighter one is earlier. So the difference is really the timing in the month when they actually get the sugar. But very nice and very cool to see the process. The time has come for the children to eat their moose maple sugar candy. This could turn out very bad for us.
Yeah, what were you thinking getting them maple candies before a 5-hour drive? That just feels like poor planning on your part.
That was you.
No.
You were the one who agreed to it.
What? No, that's not how I remember it.
That's how it actually happened. Nick took the antler.
I got the antler. Oh yes. I could only eat an antler. Anything more, like you throw in the snout or the ear or whatever, would be too much, but an antler's perfect.
good.
Is it good? Is it what you were hoping for?
And wake up has that syrup that I waked.
The syrup taste? Yeah, Everett has a slightly bit different technique. He seems to be kind of like shoving the whole thing in his mouth. It doesn't get much better than pure Vermont maple sugar. They are actually also a harvest host, so we didn't stay there last night, but you know, if you want to stay and do all of the maple sugaring, you can stay at that harvest host, or you can stay at the distillery. We have kind of like the family-friendly option, and then we have, you know, the more adult-friendly option. We couldn't decide, so we did both.
And that's gonna do it for our maple adventure in Vermont. Hopefully you enjoyed. I know we sure did. A lot of good maple candy and maple syrup. Oh my god, I feel like Elf. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on social. We've still got a little bit left of this adventure coming up, so we're gonna get ready to go to New York.
Dad.
And there are garbage plates happening. And children are doing things in the back seat. I'm not entirely sure what, so a little nervous, but bye.